Really? So what time? 5:02. 5:02. How much time do we got to blow through this here?
You give the head that we can just keep going.
All right. Okay. So we left off yesterday with Kol Pina Shat the point, and it should be to the Yamin. Should be to the Yamin. So there also we discussed a few things, but Hagba also is the issue, right? Which way you turn the Sefer Torah? You go to the left, meaning is it to your right or to the tzibur's right, depending on where the tzibur is standing, right? That's another one with the fine. So Mokom Hayasham Sham, there was a place there that was an Amma by an Amma, right? So let me try and look for this. Right, so I'm gonna just go sit outside. So there's a place there that's called an Amma by an Amma. So Torah Rabban, meaning under that Amma by an Amma, there was dirt. So they picked up, there was a ring on the thing that was an Amma by an Amma. There was dirt there and they picked it up. So Torah Rabban, so it says you have to take it from the dirt. So you think, okay, so take the dirt from outside and bring it inside. It says in the karka of the Mishkan, right? I'm sorry, if it would say if it would just say karka Mishkan, you'd think that you dig with shovels, right? Meaning you have to you dig a shovel from the floor of the Mishkan. So that's what the pasuk says. If you have dirt there, then fine. If there's no dirt there, then put dirt there.
Wouldn't you think there would be a Kohen designated to make sure that there's always dirt there?
You think so, right?
I would think so.
I mean, why would there not be dirt there? What's going to be there instead?
Well, they keep on taking it, so it wasn't an endless amount. If they pull up the tile and they take some dirt, at some point it's going to run out.
You think so? Don't they say that joke? If you dig a hole, you'll get to China. I'm saying.
I think there's
I don't know if that works under the.
I think in the third base.
I don't know.
In the third base on Mikdash, they'll have an auto feeder, just like Peretz's smoker.
Let's hope there's not that many sighters, Avi.
Yeah. You couldn't have a Cohen who was a miner on the dirt because they'd be calling him a dirty Cohen. So it's out, So
said like a true Kohen. Okay, there you go. I don't know. I don't know why there wouldn't be dirt there, but okay. But either way, it's interesting that you have to launder the dirt. Essentially, I know how that sounds weird, but you got to bring the dirt from the outside, put it under the thing, and then take it. Right. So what kind of? I guess that's what you have to do. It has to come from under this thing. Yeah, that's the first sheet. The other sheet that disagrees, Tani Idach, from the offer that's going to be, no, that means that you could take dirt from outside and then bring it in. Right? Meaning, and you don't even have to put it under this tile. Right? The Karka Mishkan, it says, so then what does it say? You take it from the Karka Mishkan. So Isa ben Yehuda Aimer, the Havi Karka. It comes to include Karka on Tamar Aleph now. Which karka? Lavi karka shila noy v'givain u'beis elam. It comes to include there were different mishkans. There was the mishkan shila, there was mishkan noy, and there was mishkan givan, and then the beis elam is the beis hamikdash. Right. So that means that all of them had this same din. Isi ben Menachem. So that's Isi ben Yehuda. Isi ben Menachem. Ain't it tzarech? You don't need a pasuk to tell you the beis hamikdash. By tuma kala, which is not really kala, meaning that's a light tuma, meaning in the sense that taking kachim, taking chulin from chutz. I'm sorry, bringing tuma into the beis hamikdash. There's no difference. If the Gemara is not mechalik between beis hamikdash and mishkan, right? So Gemara is not mechalik. So the Torah is not mechalik, and that doesn't have that is. And it's only cut. It's not a misas bezin. The tumas meishes ish, which is really chomer, isn't it? A culture
you keep getting cut out.
I keep getting.
Rachman needs to mute. Yeah, Rachman needs to mute.
I'm not logged in, so Aaron, do it. You can do it, Aaron.
I'm done. I did
There it goes. He did it.
Thank you.
Maybe it's the wind. I'm outside. Could it be the wind?
No. Someone's vacuuming by Rahman.
Ah, okay. Thomas, Thomas, isn't it a kol shekain? That for sure it's going to be the Mishkan is going to have the same din as the Beis Hamikdash. If that's the case, so what's the pasuk coming to tell us by Karka Mishkan? It means that he shouldn't bring it from his box, right? Meaning you can't take it from the box. People had in their houses back then, they had dirt floors. So the way you did it, the way you fixed your floor, well, when it got dirty, is you take new dirt from your box and you put it sort of like at the fifth inning in the baseball games. Don't about it. So you take the new dirt, you come out or whatever, fifth inning, seventh, whatever inning, you fix everything. All right, so that is come to include that doesn't work. Fine. Ain't sham offer, if he doesn't have dirt, can he use ashes? So we have the same machlokes by, or not same machlokes, but machlokes by when you have to do what do you call it? Zrikas Adam. After you shecht a bird or a wild animal, you have to cover the blood with dirt. So Bisham Yisrael have a machlokes whether using ashes to cover it works. So I'll leave it. So we have the same question here. If you don't have dirt to put it into the site's drink, so what about ashes? So I'll leave it to Beishamai like Tibailach. According to Beishamai, there's no question. Beishamai says it doesn't work for covering over the blood. It's not going to work here. So Kitibailach, I'll leave it to Beis Hillel. The Shaila is according to Beis Hillel who holds it will work. That ashes will work to cover over the blood. Damri Matzinu Efer Shakari offered. We do have a case where Efer is called offer. So then according to him, Mai. So what's the din? Abagav the Ikri offer, even though we call it offer. But here it says Karka Mishkan. So Karka Mishkan, there's no ashes on the floor of the Mishkan. It's got to be dirt. Right? So Karka Mishkan Ksiv. I do my high Karka Mishkan. Look at the Isi ben Yehuda, the Isi ben Menachem. Maybe the reason why it says Karka Mishkan is because like Isi ben Yehuda or Isi ben Menachem, right? Which is whether you're allowed to bring the dirt from the outside. Memela, if you're using Karka Mishkan for that, I'm going back inside. If you use Karka Mishkan for that, then you're going to be able to say that ashes applies to dirt too. Yeah, so that's the shalas. Toshima, Damar Rav Yochanan Mishum Rabbi Shmuel b'shloishim mekamis halacha. I keves nikra. This is a good thing. This is one of those gemaras, Rabban. This is a good gemara to have on a Friday because otherwise we get stuck on this one for a long time. Right? There's three places where halacha l'moishe misinai. Ikeves is a strong lashon. Ikeves comes from the word Yaakov, actually, right? To pushes away. The halacha l'moishe misinai pushes away a pasuk, right? Why? Where do we have it? Where's the three places? The Torah says that you have to cover the dam of a chaya and a oif with offer. Halacha b'chol davar. Halacha l'moishe misinai says anything. HaTorah Amra Batar, like this we had in Nazir. The Torah says that a Nazir cannot use a razor on his body. Halacha b'chol davar, and the halacha is he can't do it with anything, right? Meaning you can't use kain tar, you can't use any other hair removal. HaTorah Amra Sefer. The Torah says a get is supposed to be written on parchment.
This was the second. This is your Achron. This was Achron's lunch's topic. What
do you mean?
Just we beat each other up over it. That topic.
I mean, that was the subject in the Achron Shel Pesach, but
yeah.
That's been a peaceful meal.
I'm surprised you made Havdalah already.
Yeah, very, very peaceful meal.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So anyway, so again, but it's not like halacha mashmesina is saying different than the Torah. It's just there's a pashut of reading of what the Torah says, which is razor, dirt, and sefer. And we're saying halacha mashmesina is expanding it. So it's not. It's saying it's lav dafka. It's saying the Torah is lav dafka, right? Vim Isa, and if that's the case, that we're here too. Right? Vim Isa, Lachshav Nami Hai. Why doesn't it say this case is a fourth case? That when it says that you're supposed to put dirt into the drink of the Sotah, why do you say that? Well, you have here that ashes works too. So right, it means the Elamai must be that ashes don't work. So when it says Tana B'Shayir, the Tana left out. Meaning it was said 3, but it doesn't mean there aren't more. So as we know, anytime the Gemara says Tana B'Shayir, meaning it left out a case, it also has to find other cases. I mean, it's not going to leave out one case. When we say that the Tana left out some cases, we're going to have to find other cases that it left out. It can't just leave out one case. So my Shire, the high Shire, what case did it leave out? Shire Mitzayra left out Mitzayra. The Tani Vavi, Mishvi Galach is called Sarai. Cloud, right? We had this also in Nazir. It says on the 7th day he should shave all his hair. That's a cloud. His head and his beard and his eyebrows, prat. That's telling you specific places. Right, again, the klal says shave all the hair. The second klal says head, beard, and eyebrows. That's a prat. Then it says ves kol sa'ara yigalach, and it says all his hair is then now chazer v'klal. Klal u'prat klal iyata don elokena prat. So we say that when you have a rule and a specific and then another rule, then it only does anything similar to the prat, which is what? Ma prat b'furish makom kinuseya v'nira. The common theme about all the 3 pratim, which was again the hair, beard, and eyebrows, is that it's a place that the hair is gathered and you could see it. All other places on the body where there's a gathering of hair and you see it. Okay, so Ma Rabbi, what is that coming to include? Rabbi say haraglayim literally means the hair of the feet, but doesn't mean that. It means the pubic hair, right? Because that's what we call like raglayim, right? So my miyat, and what's it excluding? Miyat the beis hashechi u the kule gufe. That's hair on the beis hashechi and the kule gufe, because there it's not as thick, which is very negeya. Well, now that Yom Tov passed, all those showering on a 3-day Yom Tov and a 2-day Yom Tov, ask Avi Peltz, we spent many an hour discussing this over Yom Tov, right? The body hair, there's no issue using a towel to dry the body hair on Shabbos and Yom Tov. It's only places of hair where the hair is gathered on the body that it's an issue, right? Whatever it is, so but that's what it's coming to include. So the hilchos, what the mice is the hilchos? Megaleach kitalas. We shave the guy like a gourd, right? Smooth.
Just the guy?
So Yaakov, we lost your audio. We can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes. We shaved just the guy, not the girl?
Okay. Oh no, if you have tzaras too. I'm saying if she has tzaras, then also. No?
So you're shaving her privates
Everything.
also?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, some Svardi original hold that for mikvah they have to shave the entire body.
I'm saying the Kohen does this?
No, I imagine that. So I imagine I'll have a lady do this, or she could do it. I don't think the Kohen, right? Does it have to be a female Kohen? No.
The Mitzvah themselves does it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't need a Kohen to do the. Nazir, does Nazir or Kohen need to do it? You think we should know the answer to that question? No? I don't know. Anyways, okay, so it's now Balil Akav is the Mitzvah. They're coming to remove the hair of the Mitzvah. Maver Tar al Kol B'Sarai, we take a razor on his whole body. V'Katani Sefer v'Yom Hashvi Megalchay. And on the 7th day, we shave him. The second shaving should be just like the first shaving. Yeah, meaning there's 2 shavings by Mitzvah, right? Once he clears up from the tzaras, they shave him. Then he's got to wait 7 clean days, and they shave him again. So both shavings have to be full body. Anyways, the point is that Gemara is saying, so now it left that out. right? Because the Pashat they're reading in the Torah, it's a klal u'prad klal. So the Pashat they're reading in the Torah, we're using something else, right? So we're not darshaning it the same way as the Torah. So the same way the Mishnah, this left out when it said there's three places with Allah al Sinai. We go with Allah al Sinai more than what it says in the Torah, right? So it left out Mitzayra and also left out Saita. That's what the Gemara is thinking now. So now the Gemara says, no, I'm going to read. So Kika Chashav Halacha Ikeves Mikra. When do we say that the Halacha L'Moshe Sinai pushes on Mikra? Ha Ikeves Midrabanan. Here, it's being ma'akev a halacha derabanan. Now this is a very loaded line here. What is it being ma'akev by tzaras? Right? It's pushing off. What do you call it? Klalu prado klal. Right? It's pushing off a klalu prado klal. Right? Now the Gemara is clearly saying that a klalu prado klal is a derabanan. Right? Since when is a klalu prado klal a derabanan? We always look at the Yud Gimel Midas. That's you get Yud Gimel Midas Shas Torah Nidreshes Behem. It's the 13 Midas that the Torah darshan. Good, it's a Chacham. I'm telling you how to darshan it, but we look at the Yud Gimel Midas as if it's a deraisa, not a derabanan. Right? And here the Gemara is saying it's a derabanan. Yeah. Anyway, so the Maritz Chayes and the article quotes it here, but the Maritz Chayes, he said it over one of the Daf Yomi Rabbi Rosner had said it. Says that he brings from Margolius Sayam, I think it was, that if he wouldn't be scared, he would say that there was a printing mistake, and this midrabanon is not a derabanan. It shouldn't say midrabanan. It should say ha'ikeves. Maybe it should say. It was mem dalid reish, and with a line, and the printer thought it meant midrabanan, and really it meant me medrash from a drush, right? Because then he says you could be medayik because it says a mem, right? Why does it say ha'ikeves midrabanan? It should be ha'ikeves dirabanan, right? Not ha'ikeves midrabanan, right? Ha'ikeves dirabanan. So he just thought that that's just a typo. The word midrabanan is a typo. Okay, that's the way Maritz Chayes brings it. Okay, that's one reason why we're saying that Mitzayra is not extra. When did we say halacha? That's when it's ma'akev, it pushes it off and it uproots it. Here, by Mitzayra, it takes away the Torah, but it adds on to it. Meaning, you would have thought that you only have to shave the areas where there's a lot of hair. The rest of the body not. Comes Allah al Sinai and says that no, you have to shave the entire body. So that's why it's not included. Rav Ashi Amar Hamasnisa Mani, who's the Mishnah? Rabbi Shmuel, it's Rabbi Shmuel, the Darish Klali Prati. Our Mishnah is Klali Prati, on Talmud Beis. Kidlas, and who's the Mishnah of Dlas? Money mean they have to shave the Mitzayra like a Dlas, like a Go Rabbi Kivi, the Darish Riba Yamiyat. He's darshaning Riba Yamiyat. The Tanya Vahaya Bayam Shvi Galach is called Sarai. It says on the seventh day you have to shave all his hair, Riba. So that's obviously including something. Esroi Shaves Kanaves Gabe say no Miyat. It's coming to exclude because it just says his hair and his beard and his eyebrows. Miyat ves kolsar yigaleach, and then it says, and all his hair should be shaved. Chazav riba. That's a riba. Riba miyat riba akol. When you have the first pasuk is adding, the second pasuk is limiting, the third pasuk is adding again. So then it adds everything. My riba. What's it coming to include? Riba the kule gufa. It's coming to include the entire body. Umay miyat, and what's it excluding? Miyat seir shebasaycha chaytam. It's excluding nose hair. Nose hair does not have to be shaved by the Mitzayra. Right? So therefore, that's
I
going
can't,
according to
Yaakov, I cannot believe that I was going to call you Sunday, whatever. For Sphera, can I shave my nose here and my ear here? And Mamish was going to ask you that.
Oh, there you go. I believe that you can. Yes, yeah. I believe you can, Agav. But if you're Mitzayra, you don't have to shave it, though. So hopefully you never have that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, so then the Gemara says, "My havi Allah." So what's the psak? All right. Bottom line.